I'll start this story by telling you, I think we're all good people deep down inside. I think everybody starts out good. Now, I don't give a shit who you pray to. I don't care who you voted for. I think everybody starts out good until we're tested in life. And by tested, I think you know what I'm talking about. Having to sit in the middle seat on a flight. Anywhere. Anywhere. The middle seat is the closest to hell we will come. Especially if you get there before the other two assholes show up, right? Because now we're sizing everybody up in our head. Everybody coming down that, we're shit talking all of them. We're just sitting there going, no. What is that guy wearing, sandals? Jesus Christ, no. Oh, not this guy. What is that, eczema? Oh my God. Right, that's us the whole time. So my seatmates show up, Orthodox Hasidic Jewish couple. My people, no worries. I got this. Right away, I throw in the charm, right? Turn it on, I go, you two look very happy together. You probably have a lot to talk about with each other. So if you'd like to sit next to each other, I'm fine with the window or the aisle. I thought that was smooth shit. And his wife looks at me and she goes, I prefer the window and he likes the aisle. So if we got non-Jews here tonight, that means you're fucked for the next 5 hours of this flight. And we take off, and I put the earbuds in, and I go to sleep. I said, I'm done with these two. And I wake up after like a half hour, and the husband is standing in the aisle. And he's staring at me, and his arms are out, because he's handing me a baby. I know you guys are confused, so was I. Because they didn't own this baby when we took the fuck off, okay? That's the first piece of this little CSI I'm trying to solve is when did Delta start renting comfort kits to people on flights? And I take the earbud out, and he's the kicker. He doesn't say, sorry. He doesn't say, excuse me. He goes, hand the baby to my wife. And I go, no. I said, this is exactly why I asked if you guys wanted to switch seats. So we wouldn't be involved in each other's fucking lives like we are. And he looks at his wife and says to her in Hebrew, not knowing that I'm an OJ, original Jew, not knowing that I speak it fluently till this day, and also not knowing that I've been waiting pretty much my whole fucking life to catch somebody talking some shit. So he says to his wife in Hebrew, he goes, "Ze lama ani soneh otam," which translated to English means, that's why I hate them. Right, at first I was like, whoa. And then I was like, what are you mistaking me for? I'm not a Dominican baseball prospect sitting between you two. Pretty simple math, right? And then my next thought's like, oh, I gotta fire back at this asshole, right? And what better way to do it than in Hebrew, right? How about that to let you know you just fucked up? And I'm fired up, man. I don't even think about it. I open my mouth and I go, Lech tizayin ta ima shelcha batachat, which translated means, why don't you go fuck your mother in her asshole? Did I jump a couple levels? Yeah. No, I did. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I'm a bad waker-upper, all right? You gotta give me a cigarette before you throw a fucking kid in my face. How about that? I'd never used that phrase in Hebrew before. English, yeah, I'm driving in New York. I'm good for that twice a week. But Hebrew, never. And I learned something throwing that phrase out. I learned that it's very powerful. Yeah. Here's one thing that happens when you say that phrase. Little babies go back to wherever the fuck you rented them from pretty quick. And here's another fun fact that happens after you throw that out. No one in your row has to piss or shit the rest of that flight. Yeah. And in fact, they don't move. They sit there like fucking gargoyles on a building. I could have lit a cigarette. He would have been like, use my hand as an ashtray. It's fine.